Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Brianna Hamblin. Taking a look at the latest numbers of COVID-19 cases in Virginia, the Free Union Country School is kicking off their virtual spring fair with a ferry trail. Well, Black Friday sales seem to start earlier and earlier, and our local stores are no exception. Governor Ralph Northam signed legislation today that officially gives localities the power to remove or alter Confederate monuments. You can feel the electricity around the city today as fans are gearing up for UVA's home opener tonight against William & Mary. CBS 19's Darnell Myrick is live at one of the tailgates and joins us now. Tonight, President Trump is flying back to the United States after making a secret trip to Afghanistan. After a week of searching, the New York Police Department has located the third teenager who is a person of interest in the death of Barnard College freshman and Charlottesville native Tess Majors.
For those who are seeking help, where's the best place to start?
They should call the hotline, which you can see behind me. It'll also be on CBS19news.com. Call if you yourself are going through it, if anyone you know is going through it. Coming up next, you may not be able to visit the zoo, but zookeepers are still there to make sure the animals are safe. How they're getting through the coronavirus and how you can still see what the animals are up to. Coming up, DNA testing can help you live a healthier life. How the new technology is taking being healthy to another level. Charlottesville City Market To Go started this morning in Penn Park. Hundreds of people lined up in their cars to pick up products from local farmers. I was there earlier to check it out. Charlottesville City Market has been a tradition for 47 years, and they weren't going to let the coronavirus stop them.
We've seen a lot of smiles on people's faces today. We can even notice it through their face masks.
Market manager Justin McKenzie says they knew they had to figure something out to continue to support local farms. So they came up with a way for people to shop online in advance and pick up produce without having to touch anything or leave their cars. The farmers put their products straight into the trunks.
And it's actually a safer way to get their food. Instead of going to a grocery store where it goes through processes where it touches many hands and just sits on the shelves and can be touched by multiple people, here we only allow the farms to handle their products, and they drop their product directly in your vehicle.
Many local farmers depend on the city market in order to make a profit. So finding a way to adapt during this pandemic was vital.
We thought that our markets were going to be closed, and so that was a little bit stressful because 95% of our income comes from markets, farmers markets.
Holly Hammond, the owner of Whisper Hill Farm, says she was worried what kind of effect the virus would have on her business.
We kind of decreased our plants because we didn't think we'd have market, and we were not sure about, our staff and just what kind of year it was going to be if we couldn't sell our product at a market.
But this morning, she was able to give customers plants for them to start their own gardens. And the first drive-through market was a success. McKenzie says they had 397 orders for over $22,000 in sales.
It's just good to keep money in your community, supporting people that live right down the road.
We'll link you to where you can buy products and schedule your pickup on CBS19news.com. The Free Union Country School is kicking off their virtual spring fair with a ferry trail. People signed up at different time slots to be able to walk through the woods and see the tiny homes made by the students and their families. I spoke to the McGowan family, and second grader Benji described to me how the trail allowed his imagination to run wild.
This is about celebrating fairies. Every year they set up all these fairy houses. We walk through here and they put fairy houses all along the trail. The coolest part is how it brings your imagination out to the fairy houses. When we're not here, then they're actually might be interacting with their houses, playing in their houses. Like this fairy fair that they might go to play at. It's got a roller coaster. I think it's a great thing to cheer everyone up. Everyone who's grumpy about not being able to be here and not being able to see their friends and go actual play dates with their friends. This is a great time to bring everyone together and to have fun, even if it means not having to touch anything.
I couldn't have said it better myself. The The spring fair will continue virtually throughout the rest of this week with activities like cake baking, face painting, and bingo.